everybody. Welcome back to Gen X Living Life. My name is Maggie,
And I'm Penny.
and today we are going to talk about like the old Jeff Foxworthy stand up bit. You might be a redneck if. Well, we're going to do the same with you might be a Gen Xer if. So we're going to start with number one. You might be a Gen Xer if you know how to use a rotary phone.
And we all do. That
Yep,
was the only way. And if the last number was a zero, you had to wait till it turned all the way around. Right?
that's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, some kids, I've seen videos where some kids they don't know what to do with the phone.
No,
It's interesting. It's very
it is
interesting.
interesting. Yep.
I don't know if that's a good skill to have. I don't know. What do you think?
You never know,
It'll come back.
what's old is new again, right?
Yeah, it could be something top secret and nobody knows how to use it, but we know how to use
That's
it.
right.
We could save the day. We could be heroes.
That's right.
Oh my God. Hey, Maggie, how long ago was 1995?
Seems like it was not too long ago. Seems like
Like
yesterday.
10 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like 30 years, which is insane to me.
Yeah. So you might be a Gen Xer if you think 1995 was 10 or 15 years
Yeah.
ago.
Hmm. Yeah, that's crazy. I just,
Hmm.
back then I just felt like in the year 2000 we'd be really old, like in our 30s or something.
We overshot
Oh
that.
my God, by many years. Oh my
We didn't
God.
even think beyond the year 2000. We
Yeah,
thought that was it.
it's like just, it's just a
Mhm.
very long way to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we're a quarter of a century in, right? Yep.
Speaking of which, you might be a Gen Xer if the fact that people born in 2006 are now adults,
That's right.
which blows your mind.
It does. What were you doing in
Blows my
2006,
mind.
Maggie?
To me, they're like kids still.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still had kids, little kids, 2006.
Yeah, my son was still a little kid. Yep.
And it's hard to believe that they're all well into adulthood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's crazy.
Well into adulthood. Yeah.
And you might be a Gen
So
Xer if you're comparing aches, pains, surgeries, things like that with your friends.
yeah, we did that before we went on air.
Yeah,
We were comparing our ailments.
for at least a good half hour, right? Oh man, that's crazy.
uh,
Yeah, I mean, and
mhm.
we seek out,
uh,
not only regular medical assistance, but also supplements and things like that, So I was talking yesterday with a coworker about it, some vitamin supplements to help our joints, and I think, we pretty much try everything. We gotta try everything we can.
yeah, exactly. And try
Yeah,
not to over medicate
right.
either while
Yeah,
we're at it.
that's the other thing.
Yeah. So you might be a Gen Xer if something you wore back in the 80s is back in style again.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Yep.
I do have some clothes. The only problem is I don't fit into them anymore. Like,
Do, do you remember those little pumps that had the skinny heel? They were not very high, but kind of
like
like
the
a
kitten
like a
heel
little
or something.
like a heel.
Yeah.
I saw somebody wear those
Oh.
yesterday. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love those shoes. They're back in style."
Yeah. Yeah. I think shoes I might fit into, but like shirts, pants, skirts, no. Maybe a headband. I don't
No. I'd be laughed
know.
at.
Oh my gosh. That's so
Or at
funny.
least, stared at in pity. I don't know if I wore those.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
Mhm.
remember we had in like a 80s party and I had a neon shirt that was in my closet. They're like, "Where did you find that?" I'm like, "In my closet." It's so embarrassing.
You actually wore this.
I know that one fit because it was huge back then. But yeah, it actually, yep, yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
funny.
you tied it in like in a little knot on the
On
side
the
or something
side,
like that.
exactly. Yeah, because they were like
Mhm.
all oversized, and that was the style. And
And
yeah.
they'd come off the shoulder, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing.
Yeah, except this time it was just not off the shoulder anymore. It was just on on my
You filled it
shoulders.
in.
Yeah, it was all filled in. Like my neck took up all the space that would have been off my shoulder. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
man. Okay, so you might be a Gen Xer if puns and dad jokes just come naturally to you and you think they're funny. It's like,
Yep. And if you don't groan, then you might be a Gen Xer.
oh man.
If your patience or tolerance for the B and the S
Oh my gosh, yeah.
is less than it used to be, you might be a Gen Xer.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's sort of like calling out people on their BS is so easy for us, because
It
we
is.
already know.
Mhm.
We went through that. We tried that when we were young. So,
It did. Yep. No, we see it a mile away.
coming around the corner. Oh my gosh.
So the next is if cynicism is your vibe, you might be a Gen Xer.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Definitely. Just, I don't know. It's just our natural reaction to
Yep.
things. It's like
Hmm.
you have no other reaction except that, too. I don't know why. I have no explanation for that at all. I
No,
really don't.
it just comes as naturally as puns and dad jokes. Cynicism.
It comes with the territory, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh my God. So you might be a Gen Xer too if you were out all day and your parents had no clue, no idea where you were and what you did. And they knew you were safe. We were safe back
Hmm.
then, and we knew
Or
what
not.
time. Yeah, sometimes we weren't. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
true. But we also knew when we had to go home.
Right.
We were expected home and what to do. And there's nothing they could really do except maybe give us, a few dimes to call home and say, hey, this is where we are, things like that.
Or else we got it if we came home late.
Oh, yeah. Don't even try it. You can't even
Got
try it.
that
No.
pow pow.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, now it's like child abuse, right? But back then it was just like, you get, yeah, yep.
Yeah, now you get in trouble.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So, yeah, you had your freedom, but freedom had its limits.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Exactly. And a lot of independence too, I feel.
Yep.
Like a lot of independence. And I think that shaped us now. I feel a lot of us are very independent.
Oh, yeah, we could
Hmm.
figure things out.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It's like when my son says, I don't know how to do that. I said, when I was born, I didn't know how to do it either. And we had no internet. We had to figure it out.
Right.
That's just how it was. Now you have the internet, you have YouTube and things like that. So,
Or somebody to show you.
yeah, or someone to
Yeah.
show you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
finally, if you are conscious of your blood pressure and cholesterol numbers, you might be a Gen Xer.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And then you're watching what
Yep.
you eat too. You're like, oh, wait, I can't eat that like when I was a kid because my cholesterol will go up. Like we could eat burgers all day,
Yep.
every day.
Hmm.
Now it's like, forget it. One burger a week, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Or that good old heartburn.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. Yeah. Your body will tell you.
Your body will tell you. Oh boy, will it tell you
Yeah.
loud and clear.
Yes.
You get the message.
That's right. Oh my God. Yeah. And you will never forget it.
Yep. So, what other things could you be a Gen Xer? Leave us something in the comments. Give us a clue. What's a telltale sign that you might be a Gen Xer? Please give us a like. So that way, that helps the channel, helps us grow. And we appreciate you joining us today.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We'll
Take
see you
care.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.